All right, we are back with the completion of the false floor in my truck. The final piece that I installed was the Slide It Solutions fridge slide from Engel here in the US. They are the US distributor for Slide It Solutions. This fridge slide required me to get an adapter plate, also made by Slide It Solutions. You can kind of see the feet for that in there. It's mounted at the bottom of the fridge. This is an ARB Classic. The adapter plate also works with the Dometic CFX series fridges. So we're going to cut to without the fridge installed, just to kind of show you how it mounts. So just want to show what we're looking at without the fridge installed. This is the tray the fridge mounts to. The mounting feet for the fridge just engage in these spots here, and then you slide it back. Once you've slid it back, you turn that knob right there. It brings that foot up and that locks in. You can actually leave it like this and slide the fridge in, and then it still locks because it's tapered right here and you can see it just goes down, but then if you come at it from that side it doesn't. Super simple. It's just what the track looks like here. All right, we're back here. So you saw how the fridge sits on this slide. It engages in through those little feet right there, and there's feet in the back as well. It's a very solid installation. Like, there is no play. There's a little bit of front to back, but side to side there's none. And no up and down either. It fits nice and snug. To slide the fridge, super simple. Grab here, firm press, and it comes right out. You can see there's a little bit of sag fully loaded on there, but considering how this is designed, I think that's totally acceptable. It's mounted in the bed. Those bolts, I used just 1/4 T-nuts in the plywood. And there you can see my cord keeper. That's actually a gear keeper for radio microphones. It'll keeps the cord out of the track of the slide. Works really good for that. So I think the most important feature on the Slide It Solutions slide is the bearing surface. It's this plastic material here, and it's huge. So it engages in this extrusion here on the bottom panel. It keeps the fridge sliding smoothly, even when it's dirty. You can see the bed of my truck is dirty. We've driven a whole bunch of gravel roads with it. It's been to the beach, and the dog, when we're parked, he likes to just sit back here, so obviously he tracks in a whole bunch of dirt and debris. Like, there's some sand from him. But it goes smoothly. It does, like I said, sag a little bit fully loaded. When I say fully loaded, it's about as heavy as you can get in a 50-quart ARB fridge. So it's heavy, and it does really good. Overall, I think this is probably one of the better slides on the market. There's some good ones out there. You know, the Tembo Tusk seems to be pretty popular. I just didn't like the bearings, because in the bed of a pickup, those bearings are going to get exposed to dust. It doesn't matter how well you seal up the bed of a truck, there's always dust coming in. I've played that game in the past. I don't trust those style of drawer glides for dust intrusion. The other option was the ARB branded one. Fridge slide. Those still had a bearing in them, but it's a really big roller bearing. That might have worked, I don't know. I really liked the bearing surface on this, and you can kind of see it. Let's see if we can get it to focus in the dark there. But that plastic is screwed to the aluminum right here in the center, and then it rides inside this extruded channel. It's pretty slick. And it has two of them, and they're full length. So I didn't notice any issues with sand or dust getting in there, and it's been dirty. So maybe a roller drawer slide style fridge slide like a Tembo Tusk would work good in an SUV that's totally sealed up. Bed of a truck, I think this is probably the best option. It's just you got to mount it right, and that's the nice part with having this false floor, a nice flat surface to mount it to. I would say that's probably something you need to consider. I think you can do it without the flat floor, but you would have to basically ensure that where you're screwing goes into the raised rib. So there's no gap between the fridge slide and the mounting surface. I think that gap would be a problem. So just another quick look around on it. Camera's having some trouble focusing due to the light. There's the battery box I built right there. We'll do another video on that. Oh, you know, final thought here. I do appreciate the width of this. It's slightly wider than the fridge, so you can't inadvertently stack something up against the fridge vents. You can hear my fridge running right now. It's a little warm here. I think that's really good. Same with the back. So it gives enough clearance where you could stack stuff up against the fridge slide and be good, in my opinion and experience. Why did I keep the ARB fridge, or why do I run the ARB fridge rather than have an Engel on here? I've had this for 6 years. I bought it in 2019. It has served us very, very well in 6 years. I just can't see replacing it right now. I would love to get an Engel MT45. I think that would be a big upgrade in efficiency, just from what I've seen, people tracking the power usage, but I have something that works, and a new fridge is expensive. So, all right, well, if there's any questions about the build or anything, post them in the comments.